Ooh, my bad, y'all. My bad. This gonna be one of those. Struggle streaming. Struggle streaming. What's good, y'all? What's good?
What's going on, y'all?
We struggle streaming. Well, I'm struggle streaming. Oh, dang it. I got it wrong. Hold on. There
There
we
we go.
go. What's good, everyone? What's good? I'm struggle streaming. It's been
Struggle streaming.
rusty. I'm rusty.
What's going on, y'all? Did y'all miss
Happy.
us? Did y'all miss us?
Where we missed.
Did y'all miss us?
I can't say happy Friday. What's it? Happy hump day, y'all.
Happy hump
Happy
day.
hump day. How's
How are
it
y'all?
going?
How y'all doing? My
Hey,
Facebook,
hey.
man, it's good to see y'all.
I'm a
Let me
little
see.
rusty. I'm a little
You know,
rusty, as y'all can see.
it's like riding a bike. You'll never
Yeah,
forget.
I
Once you,
gotta
you
get
might
out there.
you might fall off a little bit, but you know,
Get back on the bike. I'm finna
you
get
gotta
back.
get back on the back and ride. So
I know y'all saying, E, get back on the damn bike, please. I'm getting on the bike, y'all. I'm getting on the bike. How's everybody doing? Hey!
what's
Hey!
going on? What's going on?
For those of y'all who do not know, I am E, and this is
SBK,
in the building.
the dynamic duo.
The
We
dynamic
are back.
duo.
We are back. We are back. We are live.
We
We
are
are
live.
live.
We are live.
How are y'all doing today? Today. You
We
want
don't
me to
want
shout
to
out?
be,
You want me
yeah,
to
we
shout
don't
out?
want to be rude. Let's salute the chat.
All right. We got
Whoop,
Joe
yeah.
Delaney.
Hey,
Hey
sis.
Joe, how you doing? There's Shakari. How you doing, brother?
Hey, brother.
Crazy girl, how are you? How are you?
Hey,
Young Riaz, the Strip King, how are you, sir? How are you?
Eunice.
How are you? How are you? The beautiful Tamika McCullough. How are you, Tamika? How are you? How are you? And little bro Samoan Gorilla.
Samoan Gorilla.
The Gorilla.
Hey. Hey,
How
brother.
are
How
you?
are you?
Salute, salute, salute to all of you guys. All of you. Welcome to this special edition of Tap In.
It's called, what's it called?
It is called Who You With?
Who you with?
Who You With? Who You With? Get drunk. Who You With?
Okay.
Um,
Who are
and,
you with?
and it is, guys,
Yeah, show your shirt.
it's showtime.
We were just talking about Beetlejuice.
It's showtime. So it's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime. So
Before we
I
get
hope
started, y'all,
you, go
did y'all go, depending on what chat you're in, if you're in my chat, I have a poll going, and I also have a poll on my community wall.
what kind of wall?
Please
What
go
kind?
to my community.
One more time. One
Please
more
go
time.
to my community. Please go to my community wall.
The communities.
My communities. My communities wall has a poll also. Please go there on my channel. And then also, if you're in my chat, in my live, there's a poll in there as well. So bounce back and forth as you will, because we're going to be using that information in this live.
Yes,
In this
yes,
live,
yes.
because it's we want to know. Did anybody watch the debate last night? Anybody watch the debate last night?
What do y'all think about that debate?
Did y'all watch it? Number one. Did you watch
Hey,
it?
how you doing, Lisa? Jay
Hey, Stop.
Stocks. How you
Hey,
doing? How
how
you
you?
doing? Thank you for coming through. Thank you.
Welcome,
Lisa
welcome,
was
welcome.
Lisa was in Texas not too long ago,
Oh, she
hanging out.
was?
Yeah, she was hanging out with the great Joe Delaney, with the
All
bestie.
right.
So
All
she was
right.
here. So she was here in the great state of Tejas.
Great Texas.
Yes, Lord.
Okay,
Yes.
so we got some. I didn't. Shikari said he didn't.
Someone
Said definitely. He said it was exhausting. Okay.
I agree with that.
Anybody else watch the debate? Give me your. Did you say yay? Did you watch the debate? Yay or nay? Or thumbs up, thumbs down? Did you watch it or did you not?
So
let us know.
What do y'all think? What did y'all think about it? You know what I mean? You know, our chat is always opinionated. Our chat is always lit. So we welcome all opinions and all perspectives of every kind. And we have the lovely, talented TCAT Commission Vision
in the building.
Hey there. Shout out to TCAT. Shout out to the lovely Ro.
Yes.
But
so I did actually watch. Thank you kindly. That's gonna help. That's gonna help with the conversation. Let me see what we got right now. Thank you guys for voting on my side. A lot of people have voted so far. I said, who won the debate? Right? Dang. Okay. So we have VP. How do you say? Let me not mispronounce. Kamala Harris. 14% says she won the debate. Former President Donald Trump, 14%, you said won the debate, so they tied. And then I can't decide, 0% said that. A whopping 71% said neither, in my opinion. 71% said neither one of them won, in their opinion. That's big. That's big.
That says a lot of how
people looking at it.
Exactly. That says a lot of what people nowadays. It used to be. I don't know if you guys ever, when you get older, you pay attention to this type of stuff. When you're younger, not so much. But this is the first time I've ever seen candidates to where people are not so sure about anything. So we're just here to give you the facts, guys. Just the facts. Give you the facts of each candidate. Give you the facts of everything. Sis and I, before the show, we had to hey, let's leave this for the show. We got to go back and forth. And so
we have me and brother don't see eye to eye once again. And it's all love. The spirit of debate.
I want everyone to understand that I'm going to question when you got leaders in office, I'm going to question, I don't care who it is. And and personally, I just want to let everyone know I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm more so an independent. I can see things on both sides that make sense to me. And I can also see things on both sides, either on the Republican side or whoever's running. I can see things that do make sense. You see what I'm saying? A lot of things, if I see some things that don't make sense, I'm going to question it. If I don't understand something, I'm going to question it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of questions in that debate. On both sides. Both of them kind of did not answer questions. I saw people this morning posting on YouTube and posting on social media, posting on television of how Donald Trump was fact checked and not Kamala. Kamala, I'm sorry. Kamala was not fact checked. But at one point in time, she did get pushed on a question, and in my opinion, she didn't answer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but we'll get into all that. We'll get into that. In my, I don't know if I should answer this. Well, in your opinion,
what you got?
In your opinion, sis, what did you think about the debate?
In my opinion, I thought that both candidates were very tamed, and it's not your normal debate, right? Normally debate, it's live. You have people in there, that are going to say, they agree, they're going to clap, or they're not going to clap. I saw that in that debate that I felt that she still, to me, felt very rehearsed, very like she rehearsed her answers. I still kind of like heard like verbatim the same talking point she's used in her rallies. I didn't hear anything like Donald Trump. He just comes off the cuff, right? He can say the same thing, but he's going to say it in a different way. I didn't hear that from her, so it leads me to believe that she was still on, cue card time, in my opinion. And then I also felt that there were the people who were who were asking the questions. They did a very poor job. Like you said, they were fact checking Donald Trump, but they weren't fact checking Kamala, Vice President Kamala. They also were helping her along, in my opinion. It was more so they were asking the question, then kind of answering the question for her, and then, prompting her with their questions, kind of like giving her the answer or giving her like, hey, say this. Do you mean this? And then she'll jump in. So I didn't like it too much. I felt it wasn't fair. And I think a lot of people saw that like almost immediately, because if you trip, they also almost immediately they went from not wanting, they only want to do one debate, now they want a second one, right? Yeah. So if she was all that, why they need a second one? Why did they immediately say, let's have another debate?
Well, I took it the reason why, well, on her side, they're pushing for another debate. What I was looking at on television, the Democrats they're kind of confident that she did well. That's the way I took it. The Democrats are confident that she did well, and so they want to just land it on home. From what I saw on other networks, Fox and CBS, they felt like she, wanted to take advantage of that situation. Because here's the thing, I know you said that she seemed rehearsed. This is a lady that is a former prosecutor, a lady that knows how to manipulate things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean it bad, but I'm just saying, when you're a prosecutor, you got to learn how to speak. You got to learn how to be eloquent. You got to learn how you have to persuade people with your words. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Donald Trump has never been a polished speaker. You know what I mean? He's not a politician. He'll tell you he's not a politician. He's made to be a politician now, but he's not a politician. He's not a grassroots politician. He's a businessman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he's always shot from the hip. With her, I can see where people, and I'm gonna say this here. I didn't see that. I think both of them come into the debate, they have to be somewhat rehearsed. They have to be somewhat coached into what to say. Of course, Donald Trump is going to shoot at the hip no matter what he's told and no matter what he's advised to say. You know, he's just one of those guys that he's going to go by the beat of his own drum. Kamala, not so much, you know. So
I'm gonna say it like because I wouldn't say rehearsed. So I'm saying in my rehearse, I mean like she knew what was going to be asked ahead of time.
Oh, okay. So you think it was rigged?
I mean, because I'm seeing what people are saying, and that's not what I meant. Because both of them went and spent time. Kamala had her team. Donald Trump had his team, right? But I'm saying that she sounded more like she had been fed what the questions that were going to be asked.
Right. And I'm going to be fair about things, and I'm just going to be. We're not doing this show to offend anybody, and we're not doing this show to push any narratives or any type of agendas. Okay, but historically speaking, you got CBS, you got CNN, and you got NBC and ABC. They have all been historically liberal. Okay? Yes, liberal. All right, all been historically Democratic, liberal. I'm just gonna say, you said blue, but I'm gonna say liberal. You know what I mean? They've all had liberal analysts that kind of push back on anything that is right wing. So that's historically speaking. Okay, so whenever I saw it being on, it was on CBS, right? CBS, right?
No, it's on ABC.
ABC. I saw it was on ABC, and I saw the two anchors. I knew for a fact that those anchors have been historically against Donald Trump, has spoken out against Donald Trump, have pushed back against Donald Trump. Okay, so that's what we know. All right, that's facts. Okay. So did I see any pushback from Kamala? I'm gonna be honest with you, not so much as Donald Trump. I didn't see any pushback. They fact checked several times. Of course, with the dog situation, they're eating dogs. They're eating cats. And so I watched the whole debate again. What's going on, Diesel? What's going on, big bro?
Hey, how are you?
Salute to y'all, man, for coming in. I didn't see any pushback. I didn't see any pushback as much. And that's because when you got someone that shoots, and like I said, I'm not taking up for anyone, y'all.
No. You just say opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
When you got someone like Donald Trump that is notorious for saying things just straight from the hip, saying things that may be controversial, saying things that are not so popular. In my course of listening to politics, he's the first guy that's ever insult. Well, I mean, you get insults or whatever, but he really shoots for the jugular. He talks about people's looks and stuff like that.
I can say he was pretty calm.
And he was calm today. I think the only time that he, I thought was funny. I mean, I laughed during the whole.
Excuse me, I'm talking. Does that sound familiar? Excuse me, I'm talking.
That was funny.
I'm talking now.
I posted on my Instagram page. You guys go check it out. On my Instagram, I posted on one of my stories where he is talking about the about Hamas, and he told he said the leader of Hamas contacted him and said, "Well, you got a picture of my house." Well, I'll tell you about that later. I just thought that was funny, you know what I mean? Because he said, I told him to stop. And he said, "Well, you got a picture of my house for?" And he's, I'll tell you about that later. But
Right.
it's so hilarious, man. It was hilarious
Okay.
because he basically was threatening him. You know what I mean? So he said they
Right.
stopped. You know, so I just thought it was funny. You know what I mean? I shared that on my Instagram. I shared it with you, sis. I shared it with Joe. I just thought it's funny. Of course, the cat and dog thing. You know that was hilarious.
Right.
Kamala's face whenever he said it was laughing. But as far as pushback, I don't think, to be fair, I didn't see as much pushback for.
What was it? That's why Simone Gorilla said you get fact checked when you tell a lie. Then there should have been some fact checks for Kamala.
Yeah,
no
I agree.
fact checking for Kamala. So
what's going on, Jimbo?
Fact checking. It should have been across the board.
Yes.
Hey, hey, brother.
What's going on? Yeah, so it should have been across the board. So
it should have been across the board.
Both.
Do you agree? Do you think they should? They're calling for a second debate, which somebody said, I think it's more, they're supposed to have multiple debates. Yes, they are. And she's the one said that she wouldn't. But now that she's feeling, in her opinion, confident, y'all saying confident, she wants more. I think they should, but I think it should be on Fox News or something that's more right wing. He has done 2 debates. He did one with Biden, did one with Kamala, both on the liberal side. I think they should allow, if they're going to do another one, it should be on a more right-wing side. Fox News, do you disagree?
I agree that they should. Yeah, they absolutely
exactly
should. Because
I think he shouldn't give another one unless they do it on that side. It needs to be balanced.
I think that they should capitalize off of things that were missed off this one right here, and then go forward and each party should go and do their homework and just capitalize off of mistakes. You said this, you said that, capitalize off of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Simple as that. You know what I mean? So exactly. I agree. They should have another debate. So
he said, someone Gorilla said she didn't lie. She did dodge a few times. What? She didn't lie. Okay. I'm hearing. I'm looking. She didn't lie. She dodged. She dodged a few times. She didn't lie.
Well, I'm gonna say this here. All politicians lie. All politicians lie. Correct. Every last one. You know what I mean? Every last one of them. Donald Trump has lied. He has said that I'm going to make Mexico pay for the wall. All right. And they said that, then he said, well, and he made up this, well, in turn, we're doing we got the trade deal, such and such with them. So in turn, they are paying for the wall. Well, that's not what you said. She has lied. You know what I mean?
Right. She also right.
For example, about the fracking, you know what I mean? She was totally against fracking. Okay. Now she says, well, I'm for it, but but this, but that. You were against fracking, bro.
Yeah.
So, and the gun, I mean, a crazy girl says that gun laws, it's just, yes, she was like, she didn't fully tell the truth about that. You know what I mean?
Didn't fully tell the truth about the immigrants either.
Yeah.
And he had an opportunity to push her on that, and he didn't. He could have capitalized on that, and he didn't. I wish he would have. I wish he would have went in a little bit more and questioned her and stopped her when she said certain things. So, yeah. What do you think? She dodged this question when they asked her, are Americans better off than were Americans better off 4 years ago than they are now? And she went into her, well, I grew up as a child of a middle-class family. That's not okay. Were we better off 4 years ago than we are right now.
She didn't answer the question on that.
She didn't answer the question.
She put the blame on the Cheeto man. You know what I mean? She
Yeah.
said, you know, she basically did. And they were both, you know, I could point out in several instances where both did not answer the questions, where several instead of answering the question, and we talked about this before the show, y'all. She didn't answer the question about that. Okay, he didn't answer the question about the direct. And let me get this right. I wrote it down.
There we go. And that's why I wanted to ask: do you guys feel, since she didn't answer the question, let's go to the people? Do y'all feel that we are better off now than we were 4 years ago? And I'm getting a resounding no. I can answer for her. Nope. We was better off 4 years ago. Car insurance ain't cheap. Food cost is high.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody? Do you feel? And I just let me know if y'all feel we better off today than we were 4 years ago. Put it in the chat.
One of the things that he capitalized off of when she was asked that question and they gave the floor to him to answer that, he did mention the cost of eggs and prices and stuff like that being high. That is exactly what has happened. He is right about that. Everything is high. Everything. You got to understand, y'all. You know, I've been in retail for years. So, a number of years. A long time. So, he was not lying about that. Okay? He was like talking about gas and he was talking about food. Everything has gone sky high. Okay?
Everything.
So he just now, you know, now gas is at a reasonable price right now in Texas. I don't it's reasonable, but I want it to be lower than that. You know what I mean? Right now, gas, I went and filled up my hoopty today. And gas where I got gas from is $2.72 a gallon now. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, $2.72.
You know what I feel my tank up on?
What'd you say?
You know what I just filled my tank up? A gallon?
How much was it?
$5.25.
Yeah.
A gallon.
Yeah.
$5.25. That's with 89, not 91. If I would have put 91 up in there, it would have been $5.45.
Yeah.
Per gallon.
So I think it's $3.13.
I wish.
12 cents.
I wish.
$2.99 in Delaware, bro. How much is gas where you guys are at? Y'all type it in the chat. So everything, you know, and let's not get it. He mentioned insurance. My goodness, insurance. Joe Delaney and I were talking about this. Insurance is ridiculous. I am used to paying. I'm paying almost $300 a month on my car insurance. That's no lie. I haven't had any tickets. Look, I haven't had a ticket in 25 years. All right. I haven't had a ticket in 25 years. I haven't had a speeding ticket. I haven't had a citation or anything like that. All right. I do drive a sports car, but at the same time, I shouldn't be paying that amount of money for insurance. That's an ungodly amount of insurance to be paying that type of money like that. Okay. So is the economy better off? I think a resounding amount of people in the chat said no.
Gorilla said it was the stimulus checks. So which stimulus check? Which phase? Simone Gorilla.
You're talking about the stimulus checks from COVID?
But there were different ways because I'm trying not to lead the conversation.
No, go ahead.
Cali has always been not the way it is now. Not the way it is now. We have insurance companies that have left California. Case in point, Geico packed up and left California. State Farm, they are currently not doing any new builds. They are not insuring any homes, new builds in California. We have companies, insurance companies that are ready to pack up and leave California for car insurance and for housing, for your homeowner's insurance. It is very, yes, we do pay a price out here, but this is new. They are leaving California because it's too hot. Cars are getting broken into too much, and they can't afford it. Cars are, to fix the car because of inflation, because of the price of parts to repair cars is high. They can't afford, so they have to, everybody's going to push it off on the customer, right? But things are just so high. In California, our insurance commissioner isn't working with them. They're trying to get them to buy into this whole little federal insurance program where you get into our program, and then we'll work with you guys. But they're trying to leave. They're trying to leave California, which leaves us uninsured.
Right.
Which is not a good thing. It's not good at all.
But historically speaking, I have heard, compared to states like us, historically, when my sister lived in California, sis, for I don't know, I think I told you this. My sister lived in California. She might be listening. She lived in California for almost 20 years. What she would say about gas prices and stuff like that compared to down here, it seemed like, historically speaking, California has always been high in gas. But you live there, so you ought to know. Not like it is now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but one of the things that they were talking about was, and Kamala mentioned it. Kamala mentioned about, and I want your perspective on this, and I want the chat's perspective on this. Speaking of gas and oil, she was bringing out a point about not depending on foreign countries for oil and for gas and so forth and so on. And basically, being self-sufficient. You know what I mean? When fracking was being mentioned in this, this is what she was saying. Not depending so much on foreign oil, foreign countries to buy from. What did you think about that conversation on that?
Then why did they do away with the Keystone Pipeline and then agree to a pipeline between Russia, agree to the pipeline in Russia in order to buy oil from Russia? So why would you do away with the Keystone Pipeline if you wanted it to remain here, which would knock down prices tremendously?
From my understanding, from what Trump was talking about, he was against that pipeline. Did you hear what he was talking about? He was like, he would have stopped it or something like that.
It wasn't. Oh no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't think it was the Keystone, if I recall.
It was another. It wasn't Keystone. It was another one. Yeah. Yeah,
it wasn't Keystone.
Okay, right. Okay, I got you.
But now she's for it. You see what I'm saying? She's flip-flop. And I wish I had the video. I didn't do a lot of it. I didn't bring up videos. I didn't cut videos, because all you guys should have seen this already if you haven't. She kept saying my position is the same as it was in 2020. Well, when her position, what she said in 2020 was she agreed with Biden. She never said her position changed. She said she agreed with Biden and his position on fracking. But then she said, my position has remained the same. It's word salad. So you're saying that your position remains the same, which means you're not for fracking, but you were for what Biden stood for. So if Biden wanted to sign for it, she was going to stand with him. But her position remains the same. And her position has always been she doesn't agree with it. So that's that word salad that I don't like about her, that slickness about her. So, it's, you can say what you want, but to me, it's kind of, she flip flopped a lot.
Right.
You put up something from DR? What did you put up from DR?
Oh, she was saying, and she said this.
Many businesses are leaving. Yeah, a lot of businesses are leaving California. I mean, the taxes out here are extremely high. It's almost like they don't want anybody to live in California except the 1%, to be honest.
Right.
Either you're going to be homeless out here or you're going to be the 1%. So it's almost like that, unfortunately, because we are a blue state, which we weren't before. California was a red state.
Yeah. Now, last governor that was red was Schwarzenegger.
Yes. Hey, Amber Angel Truth.
Hey, Amber, what's going on?
How you doing?
Did you see what Joe wrote?
She's like, bragging. What did she say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Russ Gerling, CEO, Trump in March 2020 to allow to proceed with construction of Keystone.
Yep. It's just, it's unfortunate. I'm curious. I'm very curious. What policies, because I feel we have some folks in here. What policies, because I want to know what policies that Kamala's running on that you agree with. Also, what policies that Trump is running on that you agree with. I'm just curious.
Okay, well, first of all, before the chat answers, Trump didn't bring this up, she did, which should be something that should be talked about. She talked about Social Security, all right? I'm concerned about Social Security. I am. So I don't remember him saying anything. If y'all can, and I'm not, she just mentioned it. She didn't. There was no plan. She just mentioned it. So I don't think he. I don't remember him saying anything about it. You guys can help me if you did, if she did, but I don't remember him saying anything about it. I know she spoke about housing. She talked about Social Security and all that, but I'm not saying anything that I'm not here to. I don't know what to believe out of either one of them. You know what I mean? But I'm just here to I looked at the debate and I'm very curious to know what you guys have to say about it.
I'm curious. So I would say this. I would look at what has already been done and what somebody is talking about they're going to do. Like we had a conversation on the back end. She's saying what she will do. However, you're currently in office, ma'am. And some people will say, well, she's only the VP. She's only the VP. She is still in office. She has President Biden's ear. She has voter power. As a vice president, she is the head of the Senate. She makes the deciding tie. If there's a tie, she makes the deciding vote. She has power. Okay? Right. She has been there for 3.5 years. So when they say change, what's going to change? What are we changing because she's currently there?
Only thing that I saw in her speech was basically,
what is Project 25? Project 25. So Project 25. Whose plan is that? Project 25. I'm just curious.
that plan. Oh well, I know what that plan came from.
Right. Right. And I want to know because people keep throwing this Project 25. So where does Project 25 come from, y'all?
Can I I want someone to tell us that, but can I comment on that, please?
Please, because I got so much to say.
Let's be clear on this. And before I get into this Project 25 thing, and once again, let me preference my statements and everything like I did in the beginning. I think both candidates are full of crap. Okay, I've always said that to sis on the back end, and I've said this. I think both candidates are full of crap. All right, politicians, you can't politician as far as you can throw them. Okay, but I do believe Trump on this because there's one thing about Donald Trump. He is a stubborn SOB. All right, he's a stubborn SOB, and he is one of those guys that's just going is going to say something, and he's been advised not to say it, but he's going to say it anyways. When it comes to this Project 25 thing, that it's I'm gonna let y'all answer who came up with the Project 2025. I do believe him. He does not know anything about it. He doesn't. He was asked about that. It was brought up by Kamala, and he's like, I haven't read the document. And he said that. He said it might be some things on there that might be some very good things, and it might be some bad ideas, but I haven't read the document. I don't know what's on it, And he said, anybody that knows me, and these are his exact words. He said, anybody that knows me knows that I'm open to talk to anybody. This is the same man that took Ice Cube's document. What was it called? What was it?
Project, the Plan for Black America, or Platinum Plan. What was it called?
Platinum Plan or something like that. This is the same guy that was he was the only. Biden didn't even do this. He looked at what Ice Cube proposed, read it, and I think he actually said it had some good ideas in it.
Yes.
Right? And Ice Cube was
ran in 2020. He had mentioned it when he ran in 2020 when he lost to Biden.
He sure did. Okay. So Biden didn't even look at it. He's like, let's wait till the election. You know what I'm saying?
Wait till the election year. I'm not gonna pay attention to it until I get in the office.
So this man, I'm not, like I said, I'm not pro Trump. I'm not pro Kamala. All right. But the Project 25 proposition, I believe him on this. He does not know anything about it. He said it might be some good ideas in it, might not be. And he's like, some people have told me some things about it. And I think he said some things he did. He actually said there's some things in there that I've been told about it that I don't like. You know what I mean? So before
his is Agenda 47. So I hate when people keep saying Project 25, Project 25, Project 25, when his is Agenda 47.
Right.
If you're gonna preface something, preface what the man has on his website. Kamala finally put something up on hers. The whole time she had nothing except donate, which I didn't like because I want to see what you stand for. I want to see what policies are you running on. She didn't put anything up until the day before the debate. So now we have something, but Trump's has been up since his website has been up. Project Agenda 47, not Project 25. Project 25 is the heritage group.
And I stated that, Amber. Agenda 47, Project 25, whatever. I mean, Project 25
is heritage. The Agenda 47 is Trump.
That's nothing that Trump came up with.
Correct.
That's nothing. He doesn't know anything about it. I do believe I do I do believe that. So with that being said, I think, let's call it down the middle. You can't put something on someone that doesn't really know anything about, what's in the documents. You know what I'm saying? So,
correct.
So that's all I have to say about that. But you asked a question I was going to answer, but before the project 2025. But
policies. Does Kamala that you agree with or that you're standing on, and what policies
only thing
that you
only thing that I felt that she brought out, but she didn't give a plan was the concern of Social Security. She doesn't have a plan. So her policies are basically Joe Biden-esque, if I should say.
correct.
The only thing that she said that was, and I thought maybe she took a shot at him, but I think she said something I'm talking about a shot at Joe Biden. She said something to the effect of a new wave of Democrats or something like that, or she said something like bringing in. The way she said it to me was like, like a shot at the old ways of yes. You know what I mean? So that was just, I took it that way. You know what I mean? But
Right.
You guys might have saw it differently.
Okay, I'm still not seeing what you like. What do you like about what policy that Kamala has that you're like, I'm standing with her because of this? And again, what policy of Trump are you standing with?
I don't like.
Not seeing nothing.
But my answer to that, I don't see any policies other than the fact that she brought out that Social Security is a major concern and needs to be addressed, but she didn't really bring out a right.
And
with him,
what's the
with him, go ahead.
What's the concern? What's the concern? So let's address the concern with Social Security. What's the concern?
There won't be a Social Security. You know what I mean? That's my concern. Point blank. Period. There will not be I say there. All these people are voting off of what does that mean? Voting off of EOT? What's that mean?
See, is that emotion? I thought he was talking about emotion.
I think that's what he.
Are you driving, Diesel?
Diesel might be driving.
Do not text and drive, please. Do not text and drive.
But to answer your question, I mean, I thought I answered, but I didn't see anything concrete or as far as policy is concerned. But I will say this. If you want to talk about policy, you and I talked about this before the show.
Yeah. Who's tax cuts for the middle class?
So we did talk about this when it comes to people are voting on emotions.
Emotions is my fact. Exactly. That's what I thought you were saying.
But to answer your question, sis, you and I talked about this and we cut it. What's going on? What's going on, bro? So I want to say this. I mentioned Social Security, and you said, what are your concerns on Social Security? It won't be Social Security. In the next 10, 15, in my opinion, in the next 10, 15 years, there will not be a Social Security. All right. In my opinion. All right. So but she addressed it, but there's no real way to fix it and no policy to fix it on her side. Neither Donald Trump either. All right. Anyways.
You can't policy going away.
You can't policy it away, but the way you're spending this country. But the only way that's gonna stop is if they add more to our payroll taxes. You have to work longer. You can't retire. They're gonna change. They're gonna up the retirement age. They've already done it.
They would have to do it more. They would have to do it more. and or payroll tax, take more of your payroll tax. There's not a lot. There's not a lot you can do with that, and that's a whole nother conversation because I think we talked about this. The Social Security is based on what we put into it, right?
Yep.
What we put into it. The working class, right?
Yep.
Working class is dwindling away because you do know we're not having babies anymore, right? 47% of America don't want to have kids. That working class is dwindling away. So there is nobody there will be pretty soon, there's not going to be enough people in the workforce to put into that system. It's there is no funding that the government wants to do to get rid of that. What that could help that. I that's a whole nother conversation, but like it's just not, there's no, I don't think either one of them have the right way at this point. So I'm glad they kind of stayed away from it because both of them would be lying at this point.
But I think, I have to disagree with you on that because that needs to be talked about because I don't want to work until I'm 75 years old. Even though I could retire right now, but I would like to have something for my kids or for my loved ones or whatever. The children are the future, as Whitney would say. Rest easy, Whitney. So that's something, it has to be talked about. You know what I mean? but excuse me. So, but to answer your question about Kamala, the only thing that she brought up that she, was about the abortion thing and about, we talked about this before we had the show, about the abortion thing and about when you got certain cases when it comes to incest and rape, okay, and what to do in those situations. All right,
let's go.
So, and I want you to tell our audience I want you to tell the audience what you told me as far as the percentage of incest and rape and those things that come into play when you're discussing that.
Hold on.
I have something. I want to read something right quick.
Less than 1%. So, dang it. Hold on.
I have something I want to read. I did my homework, guys. I got 24 pages of homework that I did. We're probably going to have to do a second show on this. I would love to do a second show on this. But hold on. Let me get to my abortion. The abortion on both sides. Because what I did, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, what I did was I took each candidate and I basically divided it down the middle on policies on each candidate of what they're running on, what they have talked about implementing, and what they have their track records. All right. So with Kamala, basically she wants to restore Roe versus Wade. All right. She wants to restore it. She's been on that issue. She's admitted Joe Biden's struggles on the issue because Joe Biden, for the record, has said that he doesn't believe in, he's a Catholic. All right. He's a devout Catholic. And so he doesn't believe in abortion, but his party, he's all for it when it comes to policy. You know what I mean? So But Trump, of course, what Sis and I have talked about, Trump he wants to give the states its rights to handle those situations. So with that being said, I have questions on that, on her behalf. How are you going to handle incest? How are you going to handle on both of them, really, not just her? How are you going to handle incest? How are you going to handle grape? You know what I mean? How are you going to handle that? And so go ahead, sis. I want you to give the audience what you told me on the back end.
So with regards to the reasons why women seek that procedure in the United States, 73% is financial concern. I can't afford it. I can't afford the baby. 36% timing. I ain't ready. I didn't want this baby right now. 48% partner related issues. The baby daddy don't want it, or my husband don't want it. 32% need to focus on my other kids. I got other kids. I can't have no more. 33% not ready for parenthood. They feel they're too young, or they're not ready to be a mother. 12% health concerns with the fetus or the woman. 19% not wanting to be a single parent. Great, 1%. Incest, 0.5%, less than 1%. Less than 1%. So the ones that everybody screams the loudest about, 1%, less than 1%.
Okay. Gotcha.
And now it's not abolished. It's just not at the federal level. Roe versus Wade, it no longer exists at the federal level, but it's at the state level. And you said, brother, with regards to the state level part that I discussed, because it's not like it's done away with.
Right.
It has now been dropped down to the state level. It's the state, whatever state you're in. And for my state is very liberal. I'm in a blue state, so it's not a concern for me. So I'm not gonna act like that's something that really that's not a concern. So that's not something that I'm looking at as far as policy, because it doesn't concern me at all, because I'm in California. I'm in the most liberal state there is.
Right.
To be quite honest.
In Trump's defense, okay, as we have stated, and I got this written down for my homework, guys. You guys will be proud of SBK. But Trump announced he supported states' rights on abortion procedures, as you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
That he would not sign a federal ban. He would not sign a federal ban. As president, he supported a 20-week federal ban. A 20-week federal ban. He supports exceptions for rape, incest, and the life and health of a woman, and has said Republicans who don't do that are risking their political future. He opposes taxpayer funding for abortions. So that's his stance on that. You know what I mean? But you go on and on and on that. You know what I mean? But with Kamala, she's very big on not telling a woman what to do with the body, with her body and all this. Okay. She was asked. I wrote this down. When I did my research on all this. This past March, a reporter asked her about this, and she said, "What we want to do is put back in place the protections that the Supreme Court took away. Put into law the protections of Roe versus Wade. That's what we want." So But she's as you've said before, sis, she's very good with her words. She knows how to kind of like
she's flip flopping. You're flip flopping in an right, but you're flip flopping in an age where everything is recorded. You can't delete it. I can say this would have been cool for her 20 years ago, or even 10 years ago, when everything wasn't so digital. Everything wasn't on the internet. But you can't keep flip flopping on your stances. You can't keep flip flopping.
But a lot of these states, Amber, like he mentioned Virginia and a lot of these liberal states or whatever, they're kind of pushing back on the whole idea. So not Virginia. I think he said Virginia. One I forget which. Whenever I looked at the debate, I have to go back and look at a couple of states were kind of like pushing back on the whole idea. Some more Gorilla says, how much of those partner issues are the guilt of not wanting to disclose information about sexual assault or incest?
And I'll give you that. Absolutely. That's a good. I would agree with that. Definitely. But I still don't think it would be 40 something percent or 35%. That's just my personal opinion.
Right.
As a woman, that's my personal opinion.
I vote Trump. Salute to you. Kamala is running on Trump's policies, and he's right. He did say that at one point in time.
I'm gonna give you a mega hat.
I started laughing. Y'all got it. Man, if y'all was a fly on the wall and y'all saw me watching this debate, man, y'all would have just laughed at, I mean, but
right, so people can get abortions at 8 months. That would be. They said something about that. I think is it Minneapolis who has that?
I think it was. Excuse me. I think it was. I think it was.
That was incredible for me to hear.
Of course, old girl had to fact check them about going. She tried to fact check him about there's no law to terminate a baby after it's born or something like that. And
it said somebody brought it up in their thing last night. It didn't say that, but it said there is no limitation on how many months you could be.
Right.
So,
right.
Take it for what it's
worth. Wording, man.
Wording is everything. Wording
so,
is everything.
But all in all, I love you. I love you guys' responses.
Interaction.
More tax on millionaires, billionaires, corporations.
Okay. Do you think that's a good thing? Do you think that's a good thing? Especially on corporations.
I'm on the fence on that. I'm on the fence on that because that's just when you tax the billionaires and the millionaires and so forth and so on, the money they're being taxed, I mean, it's, in my opinion, they're not going to even, you can't even tell. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
But do you think that they're paying their fair share?
I don't think that, honestly, well, on that, I don't think they're paying their fair share, in my opinion. Because they find loopholes. You know what I mean? That's what they find loopholes very easily. Even Donald Trump said, "Hey, I found loopholes." But they've taken him to court left and right. But he was like, "I'm just going by, I'm going by your laws. You put the laws in place, so I found a loophole around it." So he even said that. So basically, but are they paying their fair share? No. You know what I mean? Not at all. So do I, do
you think that'll keep, do you think taxing a business or taxing corporations more, does that give a corporation the incentive to stay in America or to ship a lot of their workforce overseas? or outsource?
That's a good question. I think, a lot of the businesses, the corporations are moving out overseas anyways. You know that, right? But I just think a lot of the corporations are going, trying to find those loopholes so they won't pay their fair share of taxes. So yes, in a way, yeah, I think that they're they're going overseas to that's my opinion.
Okay, and to answer your question, yes, the companies have been outsourcing things for years. I agree with that, but they would do it even more. So my question is more so, do you think that would stop them from sending jobs over there, or would they find more reason to send more jobs overseas?
They're gonna find more reasons to send more jobs overseas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To save that almighty dollar, bro. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, what is the corporation? Who's the corporation responsible for making happy? Other than if there was a product or service, the consumer, but who are they responsible for making happy?
They're responsible for making their workers happy. You know what I mean?
Their shareholders happy.
Their shareholders, yeah.
Shareholders come first.
But we both know that that's not the case in a lot of situations.
Yeah, they're the company, the fact their responsibility is the shareholder first. That the shareholder makes that they are profitable, that company is profitable, and that shareholders get, that they get their money. The employees come like third. That's been that's the norm now.
I want Samoan Gorilla. He's outspoken on this taxes. Because what do you guys think about the tax cuts for the rich? How is that benefiting the little guy? How is that? I want to know, sis. Can you answer? How is that benefiting?
Who's classified as rich? Who's classified as rich?
If you classify that, if you Google what your wages for a year, it's going to tell you. You know what I mean? But we all know that that's not exactly going to be exactly true.
It's not. I think how can I put this? I want to put this in the most.
Just say it.
I don't want to just say it. That everybody, I hear people tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich. If that was the case, they supposedly have been taxing the rich, right? Each party has quote unquote taxed the rich. How is that working out? I don't see where are the Democrats taxing the rich? They've been taxing the rich. That's what they run on, taxing the rich. Haven't they been taxing the rich? Where's the money? You have to understand. We have a Democratic Party in the office.
They say
so,
they
where's the money? What have they done?
But sis, let's be honest. They say tax the rich, tax rich, but let's be honest. You just can't tax the rich because you are a Democrat in office. There has to be laws and things put in place. There has to be, everybody has to be on one accord. So I remember, well, I want to get into that. But anyways, but I ain't gonna get into all that. But you have to run all that. You have to run all that stuff by Congress and the House, and so far that has not worked. You know what I mean? Donald Trump, when he came in, he did set that in place on having some tax cuts for the rich. But my thing is, and I'm speaking for myself, how is tax cutting for the rich working for me? How is that going to make me money?
I want to know how. We have a Democrat that's in office. We have a Democratic Party that's in office right now. Right now, who runs on that all the time? Facts.
Yes.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what has been done? Where is it?
I don't. It hasn't been done, in my opinion.
So what are you going to do different?
That's a good question.
What is she? Yeah, I get. I'm very confused, and y'all just help me. I'm getting very confused, and don't. My whole entire life, I ran blue no matter who. Since I've been voting, I've been a registered voter since I was 18 years old. When I graduated from high school, I registered to vote like I was supposed to. So I'm just concerned. I see, I'm reading, but I'm not seeing what's the policy. Okay, so what's her policy on it? What's her policy on the rich?
I'm gonna say this here. I'm going to answer your question.
Please.
When you talk about policy or whatever,
where's the policy?
You're not going to agree with what I'm saying, but I don't see me as a working class man, a middle class man working, and I don't see what any party has done for me. You know what I mean? Neither one of them. You know what I mean?
What were you looking for to be done for you?
I want my insurance to come down. I want my insurance to come down. I don't want to get 10 items in a grocery line and pay almost $100 for it. That's what I want to see. All right. I want my insurance to matter. Okay. I want my insurance to matter. Okay. Whenever I go, I don't want to pay an arm and a leg for just keeping my freaking insurance for me and my child. Okay. So to answer your question, on both sides, I'm speaking for myself. For both sides are full of crap. Donald Trump, let's just be honest. Donald Trump has talked about he was so bent on repealing and replacing Obamacare, and even in the debate, he didn't have a clear representation of what he was going to come up with when it came to healthcare. You know what I mean? I remember when he first ran, when he first got in office, or when he was running, it's going to be good. What is it? You know what I mean? What are you going to replace it with? You know, he didn't have a clear running agenda on healthcare, and he still really doesn't. You know what I mean? He just wanted to repeal. And that's one of the reasons why he could not stand John McCain. And I agree with Senator John McCain. John McCain was the deciding vote to repeal Obamacare, but Trump did not have anything to replace it with, and that is the main reason why he did not like John McCain up until his death. You know, he did not like John McCain because John McCain had this deciding vote to repeal Obamacare.
So do you agree with Kamala wanting to do away with private insurance and doing Medicare for all?
I don't know about the Medicare for all. I'm not for all that. I don't know about all that. You know, I don't know about all that.
See where you
these folks are, but I don't know if she's for Medicare for all. That's more of a Bernie Sanders type of agenda. When
She
Bernie
said for Medicare for all.
So she did say that? I didn't hear.
Bernie Sanders even said she's Medicare for all. She's
Well,
just being very, very pragmatic in what she says now. That she's for Medicare for all.
I don't remember her saying that. I have to disagree with you on that. She was not for that. I remember when Bernie Sanders heard
You can go down,
Trump,
but in the same.
Well, no. No. Actually, it was a Democrat. Yeah. It was a Democrat debate. She kind of pushed back. She did. She pushed back on all that. You know what I mean? Now, if she's flip flop, show me where she's flip flop, because she's known to flip flop. All these cats are known to flip flop. But I don't know. Simone Gorilla, what'd you say? Let me see what you're talking about. D. Monet, you want inflation to go down, but in the same breath, you overlook the fact that Donald Trump spent $9 trillion in national debt in just 4 years. You got a point. I think you have a point.
When he took office in January of 2017, the national debt was 19.9 trillion. By the time he left, 27.7 trillion. The increase was driven by including several factors, which was tax cuts, increased government spending, and the emergency economic relief due to COVID-19. 2027, the Tax Cuts Jobs Act reduced the federal revenue while government spending continued to rise. Additionally, the U.S. government enacted trillions in stimulus spending in response to the economic fallout from the pandemic. So that's what you're referring to. But during his actual time in office, it increased. The increase was actually 7.8, not 9.
That's close.
Hey, I'm just saying.
We're talking about a dim president right now, but we do know there's 3 branches of government, right? Exactly. You know what I
mean? Correct. Absolutely. And it's also, let's be clear. I'm not saying, because a lot of people are like, well, I'm not voting. That's up to you. Do whatever you want to do. I would say personally, this for me, again, I'm in California. We have the most electorals. We have 54, but we're all blue. So we're not a battleground state. We're not a swing state. So really, how I vote, it's not going to sway because, we're blue. So what I am dealing with is down ballot. I'm dealing with my community, my state, the propositions in my state. My mayor is up for, re-election, the city councilman. So those are the things that I'm actually looking at. But for the sake of this conversation, we wanted to, deal with, the big presidential debate. But you should be looking at your city, your state, your county, and what's going on.
Diesel says politics isn't a make America great again game. It's a keep America dependent, in fear, in debt, and divided game. I agree with you.
Yep.
Hey, Angel, how you doing, love? Thank you for coming through. Welcome.
Hi, Angel. How are you? Welcome.
Even though you don't live in America, I think you're from.
But all these other, the world is watching us.
Yeah, the world is watching.
The world is watching. Absolutely. I agree with you, Simone Gorilla. Republicans have the House and the Senate. Absolutely.
So to answer your question, they have the House and the Senate. To answer your question, even though there is a Democrat in office, taxing the rich is not going to be, it's a no-go. You know what I mean? Exactly. It's a no-go.
No bueno, no bueno.
So, man, I love this, man. We ought to do a part 2 on this, sis.
I know. Do you? I have this question. Hey, what was this one? I wrote down some questions for everybody.
All right.
I answered a few of them.
All right.
You talked about the Medicare, healthcare. Talked about the fracking. Do you believe the migrant crisis? What's your opinion on the migrant crisis?
Speaking of the migrant crisis, let me.
I agree with you, Diesel. The presidency is much bigger than one man and one woman. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Now,
welcome, Demonet.
Demonet.
Oh, you've been in here.
Thank you
welcome,
for your.
Welcome.
Demonet also said here.
Yeah.
It is sad that Trump killed Elon by firing thousands of people. It's unfortunate, and it was a miss for him. He also don't support unions.
Yep.
This is a thing on Kamala with the migrant situation.
Let's go back to that.
She said she opposes family separation and favors allowing undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens to apply for a green card. The Biden White House backed a bipartisan bill that would raise that would raise the bar for asylum seekers to enter the country and to be approved as well. Give the president more power to turn away new arrivals if migration levels hit certain triggers. And she voted against Trump's border wall. All right.
Well, now she's showing border wall in her advertisements.
Right. Of course, we know what Trump. He promises a crackdown on migration. His website says President Trump will shut down Biden's border disaster. He will again end catch and release, restore remain in Mexico, and eliminate asylum fraud. He will deputize the National Guard and local law enforcement to assist with rapidly removing illegal alien gang members and criminals.
So are those asylum seekers that are taking over the apartment complex in Colorado? Are those asylum seekers?
I believe asylum?
So they're seeking asylum, but they're taking over apartment complexes in America.
I don't think they're. I don't know. I don't want to jump the gun on that one.
So that's what I'm saying. So these people that are supposedly asylum seeking that are coming across the border, but they're taking over housing, they're kicking people out of an apartment complex.
I don't think that those are not asylum seekers. Okay.
I know.
We're talking about a whole different. That's a whole.
That's very sarcastic.
Yeah. You're being sarcastic. We're talking about a whole nother. We're talking about a whole nother. Look, my thing on this is this. I went. Joe and I went to
Mexico
about four or 5 years ago. All right. I talked to a guy that is Hispanic guy with a family from Mexico who was our chauffeur. And this gentleman told us about this, okay? He said, coming out of his mouth, he said that don't believe the hype. He said, sir, don't believe the hype. He said, the majority of people coming over illegally or trying to, coming over illegally are folks that are running from something. All right. They're seeking asylum for something. And 9 times out of 10, they're seeking asylum for things that they are running from cartels. They're running from, they're running from this is what I didn't say this. He said this. They're running from cartels. They're running from, they're doing something wrong. They've done something wrong to run. All right. They're not just, they're not just seeking to come over to the great America and looking for better opportunities, all that. That's not. He's like, don't believe the hype. You know what I mean? He told me and all this. So go ahead. So
do you agree with the folks that are coming over? Do you agree with them getting free money, free Medicare?
I do not. I do not.
Free housing.
I do not.
I shared with TCAT Raw the other day. They had on the news this family, this Venezuelan family that came over here 2022. And they are in Illinois, in Chicago. Well, not in Chicago, but in Illinois. And they had this church revamped, I think they said 4 to 5 homes that were, I guess, rural or destroyed in some type of way. They revamped the homes and they gave this family, this Venezuelan family, this revamped home, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath in a community. That community predominantly Black. And I said to TCAT, so they've already taken 4 houses. So that was just one family that they brought and put in there, in a predominantly Black community. So if they could do that, why didn't they do that before? Number one. And then you see how they put that family. So it was a husband, wife, 2 kids they put up in that house. And I think they got a dog now. So they live in the American dream, okay? But it's awfully funny. It's awfully funny. And they came over here. There you go. Welcome. In 2 years, they got all this. So, but in this country, for people to get on Section 8, you have to be a broken family. Not allowed to have the man in the house. You're not allowed to be married. And they put you on assistance. Don't you find that odd? Don't you find that odd?
It's very odd.
You can in 2 years, and a person can be on government assistance or Section 8 or welfare for years. They don't get no house, and they can't claim a husband. They can't have a man living in the house in order to get that check.
But why is that? Why is it that? My question is, and I answered your question. You asked me, do I believe that should be happening to all this money and all these benefits being given? But my question is why? What is the agenda? What is the reasoning for this? You know what I mean? You got folks that have been working their tail ends off to have benefits, to get benefits. You know what I mean? Most jobs, when you go on a job, you have to work a certain amount of time to get benefits, to get certain things. And you got illegal aliens getting all of these benefits. All right.
Exactly.
Why does the government? My question is, y'all help me in the chat. Why does the government cater to people that are illegal aliens or folks that don't even have a green card? Why do they get all of this money? Why do they get all these benefits? Why do they get food stamps? Why do they get thousands? Right. Why is this? That's my question. Y'all help me. Sis?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting because I'm like, how does that happen? That they can come over here. So if she comes into office, we know she's going to provide amnesty for these migrants. So despite what she said, that's what she's saying now that she wouldn't. But before she was saying, I'm giving them amnesty. The doctors, they getting their stuff. The doctors that are over here, they're getting theirs. They're gonna become citizens. Their parents, the kids, grandma, grandpa, wherever here. And in my state, they almost got $150,000 towards a home. They almost did. But he shot it down. Gavin Newsom shot it down. For now. So this is what we get. This is what they're talking about. This is what you get. So I'm still, what is the incentive? Why are you taking from citizens?
That's the $1 million.
Why would you take from your citizens who work hard every day? Why would you take away from them? They're taking Medicare, Social Security, healthcare, everything that we put into. Why? What did Angel say? We have the same in the UK. It's all for votes. Let people in so they vote in the idiots that don't care about anything but war and division. So they stay in power and get rich while we get poor. Thank you for that comment. Also, the war. Will the wars end, or will we continue to be in war?
Well, here's the thing on that. Trump said that if he was in office, then there wouldn't be a Ukraine situation at all.
And I believe that.
He said that there wouldn't be an Israel situation. He also claimed that Kamala hated Israel. And when he said that, I started laughing. I saw the look on her face. And he actually said, yeah, she hates Israel. So we're spending all of this money in the Ukraine, all this money for Israel, so the war situation, I don't know, man. Joe says we're on the brink of World War III. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm not gonna say yay. I'm not gonna say but we might be.
I personally feel that we wouldn't be in these wars. Because it was none of our business. I don't feel that we would have been a part of Russia and Ukraine. And I don't feel that we may have been a part of the Israel. We may have been. But Russia, Ukraine, no, not at all. And we did not have war during his time. And they can say, oh, well, he was hobnobbing with Kim Jong-un, and he was hobnobbing with Putin, and he was hobnobbing with, what's his name? In China, what's his name? Oh, God. Jong.
Yeah. Kim, I forget his name.
Jong-un is Korea. But, yeah, they understood each other. They understood each other. They had an understanding, just like he said. I called what's his name and sent him a picture of his house. What that mean? You know what that means. So I mean, let's be real here. Let's be real. She actually, and Kamala admitted that she did go to Russia and try to stop the Russia-Ukraine thing, but that didn't happen. So again, and I do believe, like Joe said, we are at the brink. We could be at the brink of World War III. So we can't sustain all this. We can't sustain all this inflation. Folks paying $10 for eggs, $6 for gas, insurance going up $1,000 extra a year. You can't sustain this we can't sustain this as a country. And you can't just say, well, let's tax the rich. I don't believe that's the answer.
No, I don't think it's the answer. You know, they keep saying, like you said, they keep saying that each and every year, but what has changed?
Nothing has changed.
You know, so
nothing has changed. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to get answers because I want to know. You know, if she had something, I'm at the end of the day, I'm not either side. I'm for what is going to help me and my family. And what makes sense for me and my family.
You taking my who? You know, I always say that.
No, that's true though. What's going to benefit me and my family. So what benefited me and my family, and people say, well, you know, when Trump was in office, and let me be clear on that too. When he first got, I think I told you this, when he first got elected, I was like, oh my God, what this orange man gonna do to this country? What in the hell did we just do, right? But the more he got in there and the more he started saying what he was saying, especially with regards to industry, you know, taking a lot of industry back. I agree with that. A lot of people didn't agree with him with regards to the visa situation when he was in the visas. I agree with that. As a person in HR, I deal with visas all the time for, you know, people who come to work in the country for certain types of positions, like software positions. They take up the gamut of the jobs for the most part. These people from other countries, especially with software developers, software architects, solution architects. I can't tell you how many times I've done a visa for a software engineer and paid them 6 figures, a nice 6-figure pay for their skill set.
Right.
You know, and for him to stop that for a little bit, to me, I understood it. He was always trying to put, people say, make America great again. Yeah, that term, you know, you can say what you say about it. I think he puts America first. He looks out for America first. And when I started seeing stuff like that, things like that from him, I was like, okay, well, he ain't as bad as I thought. I just can't to be honest, I couldn't stand to hear him talk. I'd be like, oh my God, he finna say something stupid. Oh, dang, he didn't say that. But when it came to policy, when it came to things about this country and changing the way business was done in this country and draining the swamp in this country, I agree with that.
Well, I've always said the same thing. People can't vote off emotion, as Trucker Diesel said.
No more.
But unfortunately, that's what's going on. People are voting off emotion, and people are voting off of what you're used to, your mama and your daddy and your grandma and your grandpa, what they've been doing. So that's what you're going to be doing. You know, you can't do that. You know, you got to vote off of what you know is going to benefit you in the long run, as you have spoken. You know, and let me be perfectly clear. I'm not going to me myself. I'm not going to put who I'm going to vote for, because no. No, Tamika, I'm voting for Charlie Brown. I'm voting for Charlie Brown. Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. That's who I'm voting for.
I did extremely well when he was in office. My family wasn't hurting for a damn thing. When I live in California, where it get hard out here for a pimp. It's expensive as heck. And when he was in office, I made a lot of money. My family, we ate well. We was eating. You know? So I was looking forward to, you know, some more. And when this happened, you know, the last 4 years just opened my eyes a lot. But like I said, if she came with policy that I can stand by, that I didn't see was going to take away from my family, take away from my future, take away from my legacy, then we could talk. Because I'm not standing for that. I'm standing for am I eating? Is me and my family eating? That's who get my vote. So if she would have came with something, if she's coming with something that's going to cause me to eat, I'll vote for her, but I don't see it.
I just have questions on both for her. I think she got to show me a little bit more. Long awaited return.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm glad you're here, sir. I really am.
Yes.
I'm glad you're here. But
now, what did you say? Brother?
Huh?
I said I apologize. I jumped in when you were talking.
No, you're good. You're good. No, I just gonna have to see a little bit more, you know. But as far as the debate is concerned, you know, I bet both candidates they dodged questions, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was blah.
You know, it was every time Trump spoke, he brought up immigration, and they had to say, "Hey, we're going to talk about immigration in a minute." They're pouring.
Let's jump to the nitty gritty. Let's jump to the nitty gritty.
They keep bringing in immigration. They keep pouring into our country. So they have to keep him on point. You know what I mean? And I was just laughing. I just thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
You know? They're eating our dogs. They're eating our cats. It was hilarious, man.
It was. I loved it. I love finally seeing the debate, but did I want to see more? Yes. Did I want the what is it? The commentators, the questions, the people who ask the questions. What do you call them?
The moderators.
Thank you. The moderators. I hate that they were interjecting and giving her like passes and giving her alley-oops.
Yeah.
So I would like to see a second one, but I would like to see it on a different network.
We'll see. You know what I mean?
I would like to see it on a different network.
Angel says, I expected more from Trump. Kamala never got pulled up on her lies and it was off by the mods. Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
And when people say things like that happen, and the fact that she hasn't taken any like conversation, she only had that one interview with that what's her name, Donna.
Yeah.
And that was for 16 minutes. And then she had Tim Walz up there.
Yep.
That's the only interview she's done. And then everything else has been either her analyst or someone on her team speaking on her behalf. That to me doesn't show presidential.
Okay.
You know, you need to. People talk about, you know, the orange guy, but that orange guy done set in the fire, and he don't give a dang. And you can't. You have to be like that.
He doesn't run from it. He doesn't run from it. You know,
it's like run from it.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't run from. He doesn't run from debate, or he doesn't run
Even
from. Hey,
stupid. He don't run. He don't run. And that's what you want. If you're talking about somebody who is going to be on the world stage, but she got everybody caping for her, that doesn't look good to me.
Right.
That doesn't look good to me. I don't that's, you know, you have everybody jumping in, fighting your battles. No, that's not what we need.
Right.
But you say, you know, we want equality, but as soon as you try to come at her, oh, don't say that about a woman. Oh, she's a woman. You shouldn't have said that about the woman.
See that right there. Right. That right there needs to be this, you know, that needs to be thrown out the window. You know what you signed up for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, if you're a woman or man or whatever, you know what you signed up for.
You treat it equal. Come with it. That comes with it.
You need to have some thick skin, bro. When it comes to that.
I don't want to hear no ski-wees. I don't want to hear ski-wee come in and fighting your battles for you. I don't want to hear that. Exactly. I want to hear you. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you. Because ski-wee don't need to be talking to Putin. Okay? Ski-wee don't need to be talking to Kim Jong-un. Okay? No offense to the ski-wees. Okay? I'm just saying. I need to see more of her sitting down, taking some questions, hard questions, and giving and going more into detail on what your policy is moving forward.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
He one thing I agree with him about it, he's like, leadership in America needs to be, you need to have strong leadership. You can't be weak. You know what I mean? You can't be weak at all. He's right about that. I agree with that. You can't be weak.
Male. It's male dominated. So you can't be weak.
You know?
Yeah. You can't, that's not what we doing. And that's all I see right now. So if that's what you want me to vote for right now, I can't. So you got how many days left to show me something? I ain't confined to nobody, but show me something, and it better be good. It better be good. That's all I'm saying. Cause this ain't it.
It's crunch time. It's showtime, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. So I don't do identity politics. I don't do gender politics. I don't care.
Well, the gender politics, identity politics is where it's at these days. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. Do I agree with that? No, I don't.
No.
But unfortunately, that's what has been the norm these days when people like to lean towards that.
Right. So, if you watching any of y'all folks in Kamala world, tell her to stand up. Tell her to, start talking. I don't want to see Roland Martin no more talking for your girl. I don't want to see Al Sharpton talking for your girl. I don't want to see none of these folks. I don't want to see, what's his name? Mike, what's his name? Dick, what's the one that always was rapping? Dyson.
He's a rapper?
What's his name? No, but he always was quoting Tupac all the damn time.
Oh, the dude that's on yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he's the anchor. He on NBC.
I don't
He's
want to
on.
see no more of it.
He always
Yeah,
gives the
I
rap.
don't
Yeah, he always gives.
I
Yeah,
don't want to see no more of this. Well, you shouldn't say that about a black woman. I don't want to see no more of that. I don't want to see no more of that. I don't want to see no more of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And whoever don't agree with it, I apologize. I apologize. But I ain't sorry. I apologize. But I ain't sorry.
I just want to say this. This topic here is an uncomfortable topic. When you're talking about presidential nominees, when you're talking about policies, when you're talking about things that affect you on a daily basis, because usually when we do topics like this, when we do shows, we're all happy-go-lucky. This is serious stuff we're talking about right now. You know, it's some serious stuff.
The next 4 years.
So yeah, it's these types of things that we're talking about right now is pretty serious. And it's uncomfortable. But you need uncomfortable conversations, because when you have uncomfortable conversations, you're gonna hear things that you don't want to hear, and it's gonna make you think. It's gonna make you think, and it's gonna make you, have, cause you to possibly make some life-changing decisions whenever you do vote. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, if you're not into politics and you're not into voting or whatever, that's fine. But we're doing this show because we want to lay out the facts on each side, comment on the debate that happened yesterday, and just lay it out. Me personally, like I said, I'm gonna say this again. Politicians are meant to persuade you. You know what I mean? They're gonna say anything to get your vote. You know what I mean? Everything that they run on, folks, they're not going to live up to everything that they tell you. You know what I mean? So that is the goal. They're salesmen. You know what I mean? We're gonna try to sell you.
Like Salon DeGrilla said, there's a House and a Senate.
Yeah. They have to. Yeah.
Everything has to be executive order.
Correct.
God dang it, the ones that can, let's get them going. If it's going, in the short term, it's going to bring some money. Get them going. Get them going.
Oh my God! You want to do a few commercials?
Huh?
You want to do a few commercials?
Sure.
Hold on, and we'll be back. Just a few commercials, but shout out to T-Cat.
Shout out to
T-Cat. right.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Hello. We are back.
We're back. Great discussion. Great discussion, guys.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
We ought to do a reaction to.
How many days left? How many days to November 5th? There's a
Uh,
lot more that's going to take place.
how many days till November 5th?
Yeah, November 5th. That's the election, right? November 5th. How many days do we have to the election?
30. Yeah, that's
We got
almost
time.
You got time.
Like I said, she got time to change my mind. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Shout out to PCAT, by the way. The lovely role. And I want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody.
Thank y'all so much for participating.
Yes.
Yes.
I enjoyed this conversation. Could have had more, but we wanted to react mostly on the
debate.
On the debate.
Because there's too much to cover.
Yeah, it's a lot of cover.
I would love to go back and forth now that she has her policy up.
Because your boy. Yeah, right.
I would love to go policy for policy.
Let's go for it.
37 and her policy. I would love to go back to back with regards to that because I want to see what's up. I read through it a little bit, but not. I mean, she just put it up the day before. So,
Yeah. So.
I would love to. Oh, I apologize, Attorney Kevin. Hey.
What's going on, Kevin? I posted it, but he was talking and I was going to speak to you. So.
Sorry. My mouth just a running.
Salute to you, bro. Salute to everyone who came through.
I forgot to put. I was trying to play some music, y'all. R.I.P. to Frankie Beverly. I was trying to play it. Oh, yeah. Y'all didn't hear it. R.I.P. to Frankie Beverly.
R.I.P. to
Frankie Beverly and Mays. My mom used to play that all the time. All his music.
A legend. Yes.
But thank you guys for rocking with us. What do we do? 2 hours. We did 2 hours. Hey now. I appreciate it. Oh, we didn't ask.
Oh.
You guys. Yeah, we didn't ask. Well, do you want to? First off, we came tonight. Thank you guys so much. We were kind of like, I was nervous. I'm gonna put it on me because brother be like, you be worried, you be tripping too much, you doing too much. So I was worried that if we didn't do this on Friday night, that we wouldn't get the turnout. But we actually did. So thank y'all so much for showing up and showing out. And like brother did a live and he let everyone know that, the last 3 weeks, he's been busy. He's a hard working man, y'all. Show the gun. He's a hard working man. And I just had a family emergency. So the first time it was a family emergency on my part. And that's why we had to, at the last minute, what was it, like 30 minutes before we were due on, we had to cut it. I was dealing with a family emergency. And the last two, unfortunately, brother had pre-existing appointments, pre-existing events that he had to, he had to keep it with. And so now we're dealing with, and I think you shared with everyone that you are working on Friday nights. And so what that means is that Friday night is not going to be a doable night for us for right now because his work schedule, and I ain't hating on him, he got to get his money, he got to get his paper. So what we wanted to find out from you guys, because you are our family, you support us, you are always, here. We vibe off of everyone. We wanted to know, does it matter what day? If we did this on a different day, does it matter? Or would we? Does it matter about the day? Can we pick like a Saturday? No, Sunday. Because I was saying, Sunday. I don't know. I can't, gotta get ready for work, and I ain't gonna be, tipsy on a Sunday, and then or on a weekday. Does it matter to you guys? Does it matter? Would you, if we had it on a Sunday, what, afternoon, late afternoon? Does that matter? Would you guys still rock with us? So we just wanted to know. We wanted to know because it matters to us what you guys think. It matters to us what you guys want to see. We always feed off you guys. We feed off you guys for certain our topics, and we feed off you guys for your attendance and your participation. So we really want to know from you guys. We won't be right now. Friday is not going to be doable. So would Sunday be an opportunity? What would we say? Sunday afternoon? Sunday late afternoon?
Right. Sunday late afternoon. Would you guys still, if you still will rock with us? Is that a good time for you guys?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Angel. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Y'all holler at us. Let us know in the chat.
Blaze, I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all for coming through. But nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything. So it's Sunday. Would you guys rock with us if we were to do a Sunday show? Sunday evening show.
Sunday show. Yeah.
A Sunday evening show. Y'all
let us know. Not late evening, but Sunday evening.
Sunday evening.
Like brother said, he's not your typical, I'm a Monday through Friday girl. He's not. He works almost 7 days a week sometimes. So it's not as important to him. But me, Sunday, I'm like, I got to get ready for Monday. So does it matter? Wait, I had a what? I had to tap out for a minute. What's the question? We're not going to be at Blaze. We're not going to be able to do Fridays right now because SDK is working like a crazy person. He off 3 hours of sleep on a daily. And so Fridays is not doable for Tap In right now. So we are going to pause on Friday shows, but we wanted to know if we did Sunday, would Sunday be cool? Like Sunday, late afternoon, early evening show. Sunday afternoon sounds fine to me. Might be late per usual. It's all good. But
Blaze is going to support regardless. Shout out to you, Blaze. One love to you, bro. One love to you, bro. One love to you. Angel's going to support. I always support when I can get home from church at 6 p.m. my time, so around early afternoon. So she's cool with it.
Thank you. We're also going to I'll put I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll on my communities.
Communities walls?
My communities wall. So I'm going to ask the question again.
What is going on in our communities?
Okay. Because I want to know. Because I don't know all the laws. I don't know all the laws. But I do.
About the laws.
We talked about the laws. And I don't know all the laws. I don't know all the laws.
Some of the laws.
I know some of the laws.
In our communities.
But I'm going to put this on the communities. And SBK, please put one on your communities.
I will.
So we can, we want to solidify this. We want to give you guys what you want, and we still want the participation. So it's very, very important for us to make sure that we are all on one accord with regards to when Tap In is going to be airing right now for the foreseeable future until things change. And then once we can go back to Tap In on Friday and get it Friday popping, we'll be back. But right now, we're gonna do Sunday. We're gonna have a little, post church.
We're gonna have a little red
wine.
We're
gonna have some communion. We're gonna commune. We're gonna have some communion.
We're gonna have some communion.
Late night communion. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Oh.
Hallelujah.
Oh.
So,
Kazuki Yamaha.
So if y'all rock with us on Sunday, that would be most appreciated. We're gonna call it the communion. Tap in the communion. We gonna, I come with us. They come off me. Tap in the communion version. The communion edition. Hey, we gonna break bread. Hey. Sorry, y'all.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Thanks. That's me. I say, okay. You get popping, put some little Kirk Franklin, some little Hezekiah Walker on. Get it popping for y'all.
Popping.
Hey. I'm sorry. I haven't seen y'all in a while. I missed y'all. I haven't been able to act crazy so long. I missed y'all so much. So y'all getting all this craziness because I miss being crazy with y'all. I really, really do. I really, really do.
Oh my God. She had been drinking, y'all. She had been drinking.
No, I'm sober. I ain't even had I need some water right now. I need to get baptized. Woo.
You need some water. I need some food. Woo. I'm hungry like a mofo. Like a mofo.
Okay. And I didn't eat. Hey, I didn't eat. I didn't have no meal. Y'all didn't see me get no DoorDash. I catered to y'all today. No DoorDash.
Man.
Nothing.
No nasty onions.
Shut up. Leave me alone. I miss doing that though. I miss doing DoorDash and eating. I miss y'all. We coming back. We
coming back though. We coming back.
Yep, coming back. Double dose on Sunday. Holy, yep. Telling you, I get it popping. Give me some Fred Hammond, some Hezekiah, I get it popping over here. I got the music for y'all.
That's holy waters. Exorcise the demons.
Exorcise the demons. She needs a glass of holy.
Yep.
Okay. Wait, I don't drink. What do you say? What you say? I don't drink at my wedding.
I'll be wine for the guests and apple cider for me.
We got it. We'll do that. It's all good. It's all good.
Make it work.
I'm gonna have them grapes and crackers for y'all for the communion. Tap in the communion. I'm gonna have them grapes and crackers for you. Strike down.
Oh my God, I'm done.
Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna stop.
Oh my God.
Holding all that in for 3 weeks. Okay, I'm back.
She's back, y'all.
Back.
She's back.
But thank y'all so much for joining us today, this afternoon. It has been a blast. Like we said, we might come back policy per policy, back. And then obviously if something else happened, it's we'll come with it.
Right.
Definitely. Most definitely. Brother, do you have any last words? Sir?
I don't have any last words. I appreciate everybody coming out. And that's it.
That's it?
Brother man is
he hungry.
And
He hungry.
When I get off here, I gotta get ready for what?
Work. You gotta put it in.
Gotta put it in.
You gotta put it in. I ain't mad at you.
So
I am not mad at you. Well, y'all, we love y'all. Have a safe, happy hump day or hump evening. Yeah, hump evening is about what? Almost 8 o'clock?
Yep. Almost 8 o'clock.
Almost 8 o'clock. Y'all enjoy it. And we will be back with y'all shortly with more our normally scheduled programming, not political, but we'll be back. When there's some more gorilla up in here, hit me on the back end. I gotta ask you a question, brother. Gotta ask you a question. All right. So, as we normally say. With
that being said, SBK is just we are
gone.